A breaking news update tonight. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That's the bottom line of the ruling from a federal judge today on National Guard troops deployed to Illinois.
At last check, they were still at the Broadview ICE facility despite the decision. Charlie DeMar begins our team coverage live from federal court tonight. Charlie.
And Joe and Erica, a federal judge has ordered the National Guard to stand down, at least for now. This temporary restraining order goes into effect immediately and lasts at least 2 weeks. It also prevents the president from calling up a National Guard from any other state and bringing them here to Illinois. Thursday, Texas National Guard members were still stationed at the Broadview ICE facility even after Judge April Perry temporarily blocked their deployment in Illinois. And their base in Elwood was full when we flew by this morning.
There's a temporary restraining order that they should not be active within the state of Illinois.
An emotional Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul
Thank the heroes.
Thanked his attorneys, calling them American heroes, and said this restraining order is not only important for Illinois, but the entire country. Attorneys for the president cited in part ongoing protests in Broadview and argued that the National Guard was needed to protect federal immigration agents and buildings from so-called rioters. Judge April Perry said in her decision, "I find that allowing the National Guard to deploy will only add fuel to the fire that the defendants have started."
The aggression that we've witnessed was not coming necessarily from protesters.
The troops were federalized under Section 12406 of the U.S. Code, which allows the president to call the Guard up if the country faces foreign invasion, the government faces rebellion, or if the president is unable to execute laws with regular forces. Judge Perry ruled, "I have found no credible evidence that there is danger of a rebellion in the state of Illinois."
She made the correct decision. I find no joy in challenging my own government.
Governor J.B. Pritzker wrote on X that there is no place for the National Guard in the streets of American cities like Chicago. And on October 22nd, both sides will reconvene over a phone call to determine if this temporary restraining order should continue for an additional 2 weeks. Tonight, a White House spokesperson saying in a statement that they will be vindicated by a higher court. We're live tonight from Dirksen Federal Court. Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Chicago. Joe and Erica.
Charlie, thank you.
Victor Jacobo continues our team coverage from the ICE facility in Broadview.
We know the National Guard troops arrived overnight. Victor, what's their presence been like today?
Yeah, Joe and Erica, we know that several dozen Guard members have been here at the ICE facility in Broadview throughout the day. Mainly, we've seen them walking around the perimeter of the building here. At this point, we haven't seen Guard members leave the area. This is their first full day here after arriving overnight. Now, our cameras did spot them near that fence that has been set up in front of the ICE facility. CBS Skywatch also capturing video of members in Elwood where they are stationed. Let's go over what we know about this deployment. 500 National Guard members are part of this activation with the mission to protect federal facilities, including this ICE facility in Broadview. Of those 500, 300 are from Illinois and 200 are from Texas. They were supposed to be mobilized for 60 days. Katrina Thompson, the mayor of the village of Broadview, says she and the village's residents are tired of the ongoing confrontations at the ICE facility and worries about the impact the presence of the National Guard could have on her community.
I'm very concerned because the military is not local police. We can govern ourselves. We've been doing that for a very long time, and they're not trained to be local police officers. They are the military, and so it's dangerous, and we don't need that here.
Now, looking ahead, while it has been quiet tonight, it's mainly been Fridays and Saturdays with morning and evening protests where we've seen those confrontations between protesters and federal agents and Illinois State Police. A couple of Illinois State Police units just left just within the last few minutes. So we're going to closely monitor how the next few days roll out in order to see if any impact the presence of National Guard members may have here. We're now reporting live in Broadview. Victor Jacobo, CBS News, Chicago.
Victor, thank you. Also in federal court today, a different judge restricted how federal agents can use force against peaceful protesters, journalists, and clergy members. The ruling includes restrictions on tear gas, pepper spray, and flashbang grenades. It also prevents federal officers from conducting illegal arrests or preventing legal demonstrations.
Similar situation to Broadview is playing out right now in Portland, Oregon. Protesters recently blocked streets around the ICE facility there, making it hard for one longtime Portland restaurant to do business.
It made it very difficult to serve lunch. We were very slow for our lunch business and ended up yesterday for dinner closing early because of it.
Some people who work at other businesses near Portland's ICE facility didn't want to go on camera for fear of becoming a target, but they say they have experienced repeat vandalism since the protests began.